Hello and welcome to Brett's Picks. It's January 2025 and Brett Whitehead right here, Gwen Schroyer bringing you Brett's Picks. This is year 18. Brett, I can't believe it's been that long. It's a long time. 18 years we've been doing this. Hey, look at this hat you're wearing. Tell me about your hat.
It's a toboggan.
Toboggan. So
it says Vox News Today.
Vox News Today. That's the moniker for our news show.
That's the news.
Which you were a part of when we started that up here at Bradley.
Right
you were
here.
helping with sports.
Right here on the set.
Right here on campus in this very school. Every time we do the news every morning. Yeah, it's really fun. Glad you're wearing that hat. Keep your head warm. It's cold outside, guys.
My ears
I got
too.
my hat on too. Ears too?
Yeah, my ears too.
Nice. All right. Toboggan. You know what else is a toboggan?
No.
It's what kids sled down the snow, on the hill. They sled down so there's going to be a lot of that going on tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. So look, we got a bunch of new pickers we're going to talk about here. Not a bunch, but we got our pickers that we're going to talk about.
Some new people.
There's a few new people. So let's go and take a look at that right here. We have a look at our pickers. Pickers from the top down, Brett Whitehead, myself, Brandon Walker, brand new.
Trevor
has not done any picking.
Trevor Walker.
It's Trevor's brother.
It's
hard to say it's his little brother. They're 2 years younger, but
it's here.
He's so tall.
He's
like 6'9", 6'10".
In this classroom.
Yeah, he's in first block. And Gary Olnby, Greg Whitehead. You know him?
That's my dad.
That's your dad, okay.
Gary Olnby is the voice of the Bears.
Gary Olnby, voice of the Bears, doing our basketball
and football too.
And he does football in the fall. Mr. Langdon, one of your close friends there. Coach Dills, one of my former students. Coach Carpenter, former basketball player here at Bradley, went on to university and then he was a coach. He was out in UT Martin coaching, and he came back to Bradley to coach his alma mater.
Yeah.
He's the boys basketball coach. Really cool. Mr. Garrett, really cool individual.
He's a teacher here at Bradley.
He's a great teacher. Kids
and good friend of mine too.
Great friend of yours. Coach German, we love Drew. Drew's an awesome guy. He was in the hall just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Coach Thompson, who coaches baseball.
And football too.
And football, and he's an all-around great guy. I see him every week, Wednesday night at Monterey. If you guys go to Monterey, you'll see Coach Thompson
and
out there.
The SRO Morgan.
You know what today is? It is Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. And we want to tell you what a great SRO we have here. Bruce Morgan, he does a great job. The students get to know him, and he has a great time doing what he does. Well, all of these people are picking, and this is week one. Let's look at our first game, Brett, find out who you've got. So these games are all on Saturday. They're all men's basketball, all men's college basketball. Yeah. First game we have is Notre Dame traveling over to play number 4, Duke, and this is a noon game on ESPN. Who do you have?
I have Duke.
Duke with the win. So Duke at home. That's
Notre Dame and Penn State football plays tonight.
You're right. So Notre Dame doing the right things. They're also trying to figure out if they're going to be a part of a conference or not. So yeah, tonight you can watch that game. What time is it?
7:30.
7:30 game. All right. Next game we have here to look at. We have USC going to Illinois. And
number 13.
They're holding their own at 13.
Number 13
on Big Ten Network. Who do you have, Brett?
I have Illinois.
Illinois, okay. Next game is number 2, Auburn, playing South Carolina at South Carolina in Columbia. Number 1 team in South Carolina, because our number 1 team in Columbia, I should say. I don't know about South Carolina. 1 o'clock game on SEC Network. Who do you have?
I have Auburn.
Auburn, beating old South Carolina at home. Okay.
You know who's the coach at Auburn?
Who is it?
Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl, former coach at UT. He's a good guy.
He used to be the coach at Tennessee.
He's right. You're right.
Yeah.
He used to be the coach at Tennessee. Met him several times. All right, next game we have is number 3, Iowa State.
At Texas Tech.
Playing at Texas Tech. So
at 2 o'clock on ESPN.
Yes, but who do you have in this one?
Iowa State.
Picking Iowa to win. Okay, Iowa State. Nice, okay. Next game we have, this one is Vandy traveling to Missouri. 3:30 game on SEC Network. Who do you have, Brett?
I have Missouri.
Misery. I know you hate that, don't you? Misery. Missouri with the win at home. Next game we have, number 8, Florida, playing at Arkansas.
We just lost to Florida.
Yep. Tennessee and Florida matched up. They played at Florida, And Tennessee lost by a major landslide. Tennessee going into that game at #1.
I have Florida.
Yeah, Florida taking on Arkansas.
You know
Florida.
who's the coach at Arkansas?
I do. Calipari.
Yep.
Yep, he's not doing too good though.
No.
They're not doing well. 4 o'clock game on ESPN. Who do you have?
I have Florida.
The Gators. Kobe Dills will be happy.
Yeah.
All right, next game we have. Looking at #1 Tennessee, still ranked #1.
Traveling to Texas.
To Texas, which is
The
Coach
Longhorns. The Longhorns.
The Longhorns. That's Coach Barnes at UT. That's his former team.
Yeah.
That's where he coached. And he took that team several times to play in postseason brackets. 6 o'clock on ESPN. Who do you have?
I have Tennessee.
Tennessee beating Texas in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. All right, let's talk about this next. #12 Houston at Kansas State. 6 o'clock ESPN Plus. Got to have a subscription to watch this.
I have Houston.
Houston at #12 winning this game. All right, next we have #17 Oklahoma.
This one is a upset.
So you're picking Georgia. Okay, all right. Georgia at home though.
Yeah.
With an upset. 6 o'clock game on ESPN. Good pick, Brett. I like that one. All right, next. LSU traveling to Ole Miss. #23. This is a 6 o'clock game on ESPN. Who do you have, Brett?
I have Ole Miss.
Ole Miss with the win. All right. So looking at all of those, that's good. Next we have a look at the Tennessee Volunteers. So all those games on the left side of this page,
All
wins except that last one on the bottom there, Florida with a loss. That made them
we just played them.
14-1. That's awful. That is awful. 14-1. And you would have liked to seen Tennessee come out with a win in that. All these games on the right side, these are coming up. Again, we mentioned they're going to be playing at Texas on Saturday. But you can look, there's a whole slew of SEC teams. They have to go through the gauntlet.
Can I say this? We have to go to Texas. We have to go to Texas.
On Saturday.
Wednesday, Georgia.
Yes.
At Vanderbilt.
The next Saturday.
And at Mississippi State.
That's right. So there's a lot of good games factor into this. Tennessee's getting ready to go through
Some
the
teams
SEC
are at
gauntlet.
home.
Yeah, so
One
forth.
is on the road.
You're
Two
right.
of them are on the road.
In the next week, yeah, there's a couple games. All right, let's talk about the Lady Volunteers. So we did not talk about any women's basketballs, but this next page is all about the Lady Vols. So just like Tennessee, they only have one loss. You can see at the bottom there, they played Oklahoma this past Sunday, and they lost in a really close game.
87.
Really close game.
87 to 86.
It really didn't look like they had a chance at all because Oklahoma was running away with it. Tennessee came within, a point there to tie it up. Just couldn't get the win, but they're 13-1, Brett.
Yeah. They will play LSU at home
Tonight
at 6:30.
And that's a big one. People are going to watch that game.
They will play Arkansas, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt at Texas, and they will play South Carolina on the 27th.
So the South Carolina game is a big one. You can mark your calendar on the 27th. That's a big one right there. #2, South Carolina, maybe
at
#1
Tennessee.
by then. And that one's a home game for Tennessee. So.
And the Mississippi State game, and at Arkansas, and we play LSU.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games there. So again, they're going to go through the gauntlet of SEC teams as well. And, we're very fortunate to have good games like that to, watch with the Lady Vols and the men Vols.
And somebody is signed to play at Arkansas.
And who is that?
I don't know her. I don't know her name.
Don't know her name.
No. Played on Riley's team.
Is it Tiana Stovall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plays on the Tennessee.
Plays on the Bradley team.
Yeah. Signed to go to Arkansas.
Yeah, that's good. And there's a lot of people asking. I heard talk yesterday wanting to know where Kamora Fields is going to choose to go. She's not a senior yet, so she doesn't have to worry about this and really needs to keep her sights set on playing for the Bearettes. Bearettes have a lot of good games coming up. They will be traveling not this weekend, but next weekend. They're traveling south to Florida and
For Orlando.
to play 2 top 5 nation teams, 2 of the top 5 teams in the nation. And you can watch Coach Reuter's show yesterday. We aired that. You can go back and watch that. He talks all about it. It's really amazing.
Right here on this set.
Yeah, right here on this set. In fact,
Gary,
I think he was sitting right here.
With Gary Allenby.
Gary was sitting right there.
And two Barrettes.
And 2 Barretts. Love Howard and who else was in there? I'm trying to remember. I need to go back and watch it myself. But you can see that. He does that every week. You can catch that right here. You got anything else?
We have, we played Cleveland and Walker.
Cleveland Walker Valley tonight, or is that tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So Cleveland and Walker play at Walker Valley tomorrow. That's a big one.
6 for the girls, for Cleveland and Walker. And Cleveland and Walker Valley boys will play at 7:30.
Right.
You can listen to that game on Mix 104.
And you should. They do a good coverage of the game.
With Garrett.
The Bears and Barretts are off for a few days, and they need that. They've been, I think they played 5 or 6 games out of 7 days. I mean, a lot of games, something crazy. So it's good to have some time off, recoup, let your body heal from all that. In fact, one of the people we talked to, Love Howard, had a knee injury, and she's hoping to be back ready late next week and playing again. And hope that works out.
We play Walker Valley the next
week.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks down
at Walker Valley.
At Walker Valley. So anyway, that's all good stuff.
I was just going to say, welcome back, Abby White.
Yeah, Abby's. She had an outstanding game the other night. She played against Howard, and she made, I think, 5 points. But it was fun to see her get back on the field. She's still wearing a leg brace. She's still doing therapy.
It was on her knee. She was
playing really well, and she was so excited. The fans were cheering for her. The team was cheering for her. It was great.
Even her parents.
And you can watch that on
right here on the Bear Network.
So all good stuff, Brett. It's good to be back, man.
We play like all those other teams.
We've got a lot of games coming up.
At the end of the season.
Yeah, so we're going to be playing a lot of district and some region opponents right away. And we're getting down to
like
the now.
They've
had 14, 15 games, but man, it's getting ready to go through the real meat
like at
of
the tournament. The tournament.
We had some good tournament games. Yes.
We have that tournament coming up.
That's district tournament.
Start on the 20.
It's in February.
20th. The tournament.
You're talking about Orlando, yeah. So the Barretts will travel next weekend.
They play 2 teams. They play
2 teams. So it's not really
one.
It's more of a classic because it doesn't have a championship.
1 is at 2.
Yeah.
For Bradley.
Okay.
And at 4.
2 and 4.
That's what.
Is that on Friday or Saturday? We'll have to go look.
Monday. No, Friday the 20th.
Yeah, Friday the 20th. Or no, not the 20th. 18th or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Leading into it. You're right though. They play that weekend.
Yeah.
A couple games. So
you can listen to Gary.
Hopefully we'll have that stream for you. You'll need to check us out here on Bear Network and see if we have that available for you.
You can listen to Gary and Steve.
Yeah.
We play Walker.
Yeah, Walker Valley.
Coming up very soon next
Gary's
week.
Doing a great job. You guys don't pay attention to all of our games and stuff. Gary does an outstanding job of calling the games.
And
it's a lot of fun to listen to. He knows the players. That makes a big difference.
Coaches.
Yeah. And does a lot of interviews.
With Zach Carpenter and
we had some good interviews at the game the other night.
And Raider.
Both of the games against Howard, there were some good interviews in there to get mixed in. We had the strength and conditioning coach on there, which I'm sorry I don't remember his name, but it was interesting to hear him and his facet with all he does. So, anything else?
Nope.
Me either. I got nothing else. So, you got the hat.
Come and see. Sawyer.
Yeah, you can watch Vox News Today on Bear Network.
Right here.
That's every day. Get national news coverage. So that's all we have for this week, and until next week, we'll see you
on the sideline.